far removed from the site, others make decisions on standardized products that affect the way you do your job. You may feel left alone in the field, unsure about changing methods. But when the product arrives, you need a clear understanding of the proper installation procedure. The job depends on it, and you can depend on a simple installation with preformed strand products. Because there are just a few things you guys need to know to succeed. You guys should know why our design works. Guy grip dead ends and other preformed strand products are applied basically the same way. All are designed for quick, effective, and safe installations. The strength of the guy grip dead end lies in its helical design, which provides a constant radial gripping force on the strand. The inside legs of the guy grip dead end have a smaller inside diameter than the strand's outside diameter. That's why it holds securely and develops 100% of the strand's published rated breaking strength. Grit on the inside of the helix creates friction between the strand and the dead end. This additional gripping strength and the extra leg length offer an extra margin of safety for crews during installation. Extensive impact testing in our research laboratory proves that preformed strand products are built to offer long service life and safety in the field. Crew safety is a PLP priority. Proper safety gear and a clear understanding of the application method results in a successful application.
There really is no safety hazard.
With a proper training, you guys can install our guy grip dead end easily.
The first thing to do is position the pulling eye on the anchor rod. Then the reason for positioning the pulling eye on the anchor rod, it will keep the hoist away from the guy grip dead end when you're installing it on the guy strand.
I know there's not a problem at the anchor rod, but what about the fittings at the top of the pole?
Well, actually, Dan, there are certain fittings that are recommended for guy grip dead ends and other strand products. They are shown in the application procedures shipped with each box of guy grip dead ends. It also shows the ones that you shouldn't use, so be sure to check your application procedures. Attach the hoist and the strand puller to the strand. Take up tension on the hoist until the desired load is reached on the down guy. Once you have the proper tension, take up 2 extra clicks on the hoist. Then you will measure about a hand's width above the anchor rod eye. You will tape the strand at this point. And now you're ready to cut the strand at this point.
Okay, but what if we want to ground the strand to the anchor?
If you want to ground the strand at the anchor end, what you will do is run the strand through the loop of the guy grip dead end and ground at the anchor end according to your company practices. Now you're ready to apply the guy grip dead end. Place the end of the strand in the crossover mark and remove as much slack between the strand puller and the anchor rod eye. Align the cable loop of the guy grip dead end with the groove of the anchor rod eye. Once you have that measurement, Begin wrapping one leg by pulling it out and away from the strand. Wrap it on about 2/3 of the way. Take the second leg and put it through the anchor rod eye. Match the crossover mark and begin wrapping the second leg. Once you have applied about 2/3, you can then slack off the hoist. To complete the application, split the legs into subsets and apply each subset individually. Make sure that all the rods are snapped into place before removing the hoist.
Tension, wrap, and snap. That's all there really is to it. You guys must know our method for equalizing tension.
Okay, it's easy for one down guy at the anchor, but what about when I have to equalize tension with more than one down guy?
With a second down guy, the steps are basically the same. Tension the second strand you are installing until the existing guy goes slack. Measure, tape, and cut off strand above the anchor rod. Or, if grounding, run the tail out and bond according to company practices. Place the strand in the crossover mark and begin wrapping.
Dan, the main difference is when you have two down guys, you only wrap on the distance between the two crossover marks. This is one contact pitch length. Slip the other leg through the anchor rod eye. Match up the crossover marks and wrap on just one contact pitch length. Put the hoist in the down position. Start to back off the hoist one click at a time. And as you start to pick the load of the second down guy, you can actually see the strand moving straight through that one pitch length. When the tension is equal, stop backing off the hoist and complete the application.
For tensioning adjustments, guy grip dead ends should be applied no more than 3 times during the initial installation. For reapplication, always use a new guy grip dead end. You guys have a choice at the pole.
At the pole, you have a choice, Dan. You can either install a false dead end or a guy grip dead end. In this application, we're going to install a false dead end, and it'll probably take minutes.
Why not use a dead end to pull the strand instead of a strand puller? It works just as well.
Strand products should never be used as pulling devices. They simply were not designed for that purpose. Protect your safety. All it takes is a little common sense. Our guys work best with common sense from your guys. Many situations that typically come up in the field can be handled with a few precautions and a little common sense. When installing a guy grip dead end at the pole, you have to think about safety. Wrap vinyl tape around the strand and the hoist chain before cutting. This will prevent the strand from hitting an energized power line. Now, the chance of this is quite remote, but it is important to consider safety. Always wear the proper safety gear while installing strand products. We suggest a hard hat, safety glasses, and gloves. Use a new dead end for reapplication unless it's during the initial installation at the anchor rod. Never use strand products as tools or strand pullers. And finally, while up on the pole, secure the strand to the hoist before cutting. You guys should know our other strand products. Both the strand and reducing splice are made up of subsets similar to the legs of the dead ends. Crossover and center marks guide application. You can easily connect strand with a strand splice. After taping and cutting the strand, begin wrapping with the subset that has the most rods. Position the second cut strand, leaving a 1/4 inch gap, and finish wrapping until the first subset is on completely. Align the center marks and apply the second subset, 1 or 2 wraps on each side of the mark. Put the third one on the same way. Then finish wrapping these legs together like the legs of a dead end. Split the legs for easier application. Use the reducing splice to join strand of different diameters. Start with the larger size strand end and wrap the first subset onto the center mark. Add the smaller strand, leaving a 1/4 inch gap, and finish wrapping. Align the center marks and apply the second subset. Reducing splices are only designed to hold the published rated breaking strength of the smaller size strand. With vinyl tape on each end of the splice, lashing operations are completed without interference.
That's all you need to know about strand products. Just remember the basics.
Make safety a priority. Wrap legs out and away from strand. Split the legs for easier application. Apply dead end between crossover marks for multiple down guys. Release hoist, allowing strand to slip through applied portion of dead end. Check for desired tension. Use correct fittings for all dead ends. Always follow application procedure steps carefully. With your skill, the proper installation information, and quality preformed strand products, you'll be prepared for any situation in the field.